Hey guys, congratulations. I heard that you started your personal training with Rhythm and Stroke and Coach Andre. I'm so proud of you. You are definitely in very capable hands of helping you live a happy and healthy lifestyle. I am Shantella Whitfield. I am the owner of Fabulously Fit Fitness here in Lexington, Kentucky. I am also the author of your Fabulously Fit journal that was given to you in your welcome packet. I wanted to jump on here today to talk about how this journal will be essential in helping you on your journey these next few weeks. It is not going to be an easy journey. You are going to hurt. You are going to feel things that you probably didn't know you could feel, or that you have forgotten about. And that's what this journal is here to help you with. Weight loss is not an easy journey. I can tell you, speaking from my own experience, I started Fabulously Fit Fitness after my own 72-pound weight loss. I did it within a year. All naturally. I started off walking, then running, then doing whatever that made me happy, which is the key. You have to find things that make you happy. You have to do it for you unapologetically. So now that you have your set schedule with Coach Andre, honor that. Honor you. Honor you by being there when you're supposed to be there and letting other people know that you're unavailable during those times, and be unapologetic about it. Like, loving you first is perfectly healthy. You can't help anybody else if you're not at 100%. I found that when I was on my journey that I had to deal with a lot of things that were going on with me on the inside. A lot of us have traumas that we have suppressed, or we have poor eating habits and a bad relationship with food. Whether we want to admit it or not, or we think we have a bad relationship with food or not, but otherwise you wouldn't be here. Whether you eat too much or not enough, you still typically have a bad relationship with food. And this journal is here to help you deal with those things and figure out what that relationship is and why it is, and help you bring up the stuff and deal with the things that you've been suppressing all these years or months, for however long, and help you work through it so that you can be successful in your weight loss. I'm a firm believer that you can't be successful and live in a happy and healthy lifestyle if you're not good on the inside. You can put on a facade on the outside, but really when behind closed doors you're a mess. Let's not do that. Let's live authentically and deal with the things that's going on the inside. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to talk about those things, and this is a way for you to talk about it and deal with it without having to sit down in front of somebody. At least it's a beginning, a stepping stone so that you can get there. So let's start off with your page number 1. What you're going to do there, I'm not sure if you can see that. Your page number 1, you're going to write down today's date, your current weight, your goal weight. Whatever you think is a healthy weight for you that you want to be in it. My first goal was to be under 200 pounds. I wanted to be in the under 200 pound club is what I called it. I made it up for myself. I just wanted, set these little small goals. I wanted to be under the 200 pound club. So that's what I did. That was my goal. And then you're going to take your measurements from your bust, your hips, your thighs, and your waist. Listen, not all the time will the scale always go down. Sometimes you'll lose inches and you're not losing the weight, and that's perfectly fine. Don't be so adamant about getting on the scale and seeing that number fall. Sometimes it won't fall, but you'll notice that your clothes are falling off of you. That's a good thing. Don't let the scale dictate everything for you. Please don't do that. That is the first way to sabotage this journey that you're on. Stay off the scale. Go by how your clothes are fitting. Go by how you're feeling. You'll see a change in your energy, your personality, your moods. It's great. And that's what I want to help you with. So throughout this journal, you're going to find different kind of questions and exercises to help you deal with the things that are coming up when you're on this journey. Because I found that once you start caring about you, you no longer accept things that people used to do to you or say to you. So, and then you need to deal with, why did you let that be acceptable in the first place? So one of the first questions is, what is your why? Why are you on this? Why are you doing this? And what is the motivation to help you to embark you on this weight loss journey? These are questions that you need to ask yourself. It can't be because, you know, my husband said I needed to lose 5 pounds. You can't do it because somebody else said it. You have to do this for you. If you do it for someone else, you're surely going to stop and fail at it, because you're not doing it for you. This journey is about you and you loving you first. Every 3 months, you can reset your goal. So in 3 months, I want you to check in. In 3 months, you're going to do your measurements all over again. And you might want to change your goal, because in that 3 months, you never know. You might have met your goal. You may have made it under the 200 club, or whatever you were trying to get to. Set a new goal, if there is one. Even if your goal is just to maintain where you're at, do that there. Again, take your measurements of your bust, hips, and thighs, and your waist. And right here at the bottom there, this is on page 16, you have your gains and your losses. What that means, did you gain any weight? Or did you gain muscle? If you were able to get your BMI, you can find those things there. And if you lost, how much did you lose in those 3 months? How much did you gain? Sometimes when you get on that scale, it's not that you might notice that the scale is going up, but your clothes are falling out. You're gaining muscle. Muscle weighs more than fat. So that's what that section is for. I also have here your month goals. Every 3 months, you get a chance to set goals or reset your goals. Sometimes, you know, life happens. You don't always match those goals. So here's where you come in and set goals for yourself. So what you're going to do is write your goals for your physically. What are you going to do physically that you want to accomplish in these next 3 months? This is your weight, toning, physical activity. You might want, I've always wanted to go bike riding. I haven't rode a bike in a long time, or I used to ride bikes. This is that section. So list 3 things that you want to do. Just 3. You can do 3 of anything. And then your next one is what you want to do mentally. Now that doesn't just mean it means that you can change your mentality about food, or that you're going to be in a better mood. You're going to think more positive. And how you want to deal with your self-esteem. A lot of us have poor self-esteem. You think you're too big, you think you're too small, you think your ears are too big, or whatever. What do you want to change mentally that you want to put yourself in a positive light? And then your last one is self-care. As women and men too, we put ourselves last. But we need to start putting ourselves first. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not being conceited. You're not being mean or selfish or whatever people want to put on you, because you want to love on you first. And what I mean by self-care is your time. What makes you happy? You just have 3 of them. So if it's getting a manicure and pedicure, or if it's getting a massage, or it's having a girls' night out, list those 3 things there. Just 3. Again, you can do 3 of anything. Just list 3 of them. That, this in these next 3 months, once a month, I'm going to do, once a month, I'm going to get my hair done. I'm going to go get my nails done. And I'm going to have a girls' night out once a month for the next 3 months. So you got 3 things. So one thing a month you can do. If you can afford it, to do more, please, by all means, do more. And then at the end of that 3 months, you want to do your goal reflections. So you've set your goals, and now I want you to reflect back on them. Which goals did you meet? Write those down. And how did meeting those goals make you feel? I want you to know how that made you feel, or remember how that made you feel when you reached under, 200 pounds. Oh my God. I want you to bottle that feeling and hold on to that feeling. So when things get hard, then you can jump right into that. You can recall, bring that back up and remember, oh yeah, I remember how that felt. When you read it should instantly just bring back a positive memory and like, yeah, I remember I did do that. I am so proud of myself. That's what I want to encourage you to do. And then you want to do, what challenges did you face? Some things are going to be easier for you and some things aren't. Your challenge may be that your kid had track practice or track competition, and you didn't, for a whole month, and you didn't get to go out. You didn't get to go to the gym. So those were those kind of challenges. Or, you had a big fight with somebody that you loved, and, it kind of threw you off, or, you got sick. Those kind of things. Those are challenges. You need to address those challenges and how they make you feel. And then how did you handle those challenges? How did you handle it? What did you do? Did you sit down and cry? Did you go get a pint of ice cream and sit in the bed and Netflix and chill with your ice cream? Or did you handle the situation and say, hey, this happened. It's okay. I'm back on the game. As soon as this is over, I'm going to go. Or did you just decide, I'm not going to let anything get in my way? I'm focused. I'm determined. So I made time. I got up, an hour earlier so that I could go to the gym. Excuse me. And throughout the book, you will find different little positive things and information, like the truth about body image. That's on page 20. So there's some information about that. Throughout, also, you will find, if you look at some of the top of the pages, you will find positive affirmations for you to read and encourage you along the way. There's, like I said, different little information for you. Then in the next, there's also little different exercises in here to help you deal with different things. I also found that a lot of times with us, we take on other people's mess. It's not necessarily our mess, and we internalize it, which is, it's not cool, but we do it. We're human, and it's okay. The trick is to deal with it. So one of them that I had to deal with was my spiritual mother had me do this little exercise where I had to stand in front of the mirror naked and write down what I liked about myself. Oh my God, do you know how hard that is? So guess what? I'm passing that on to you. Although it was hard, it was the most awakening thing for me. And I found that some of the things that I didn't like about myself wasn't that I didn't like it, it's that somebody imposed their vision on me. They didn't like something about me, and I took it to heart, and I internalized it. So therefore, I didn't like it. So that's what this one is. You want to get in front of the mirror, and you want to write naked, and then you want to write down 5 things that you like about yourself. 5. And then 5. Just be honest what you really like about yourself. And then you're going to write down 5 things that you don't like about yourself. And of those 5, the next page is going to say, of those 5 things, are they truly what you don't like about yourself? Or are there things that maybe you was in kindergarten and somebody said you had big ears and now you don't like your ears, but you thought your ears were cute? It's those kind of things. Sometimes we internalize other people's visions of us. And I'm trying to help you undo those visions and see you for who you really are and deal with those things. You will also find towards the back on page 65, your water intake. Listen, I know most people say, you know, having 8 glasses of water a day is great, or drinking a gallon of water is great. There's a science to it, believe it or not. And I gave you the formula there. It's on page 65 for you to figure out how much water you should be drinking. Your water intake is also depending on how active you are. So now that you're training with Coach Andre, you're going to need more water. So if you can get in 64 ounces, that's great. That's a half of a gallon. That's great. If you can get in more, you're really doing it. But do that and see how you can do. See where your water is. Your water intake is for you. Every workout is for you. You are doing this for you. You can't do what works for somebody else may not work for you. So you have to find out what works best for you. I'm gonna finish out this this journal with just some blank pages. I like to have it. I call it a conversation with a healthier you. You're on a write. I just left you some blank pages to talk, to write, to journal, to say things that maybe you can't say out loud. And that's okay. Sometimes it's easier to write it. Sometimes it's not easier to write. But I gave you the tools to be able to do that. Just some blank pages. And like I said, at the top, you'll find little positive affirmations. I think this one says, healing a broken heart may seem to be a daunting task with unexplainable pain, but acknowledging the pain and letting go is the triumph of a loving heart. You got to love you first. That's what this book is about. This journal is about. Every 3 months, being able to set and reset your goals, and dealing with things that make you happy, and that bring you joy. I like I said before, I am a firm believer that healing from the inside is the best way to go, and it's the only way that you're going to be able to have a successful weight loss journey and to live a happy and healthy life. You have to deal with what's going on in the inside so that it can match on the outside. I know with myself personally, when I started the journey and I started to heal on the inside, I wanted it to match on the outside, so it naturally was something for me to do. It was like, oh, well, you know, I feel great. Oh, let's go for a walk. Let's go. I wanted to be out. I wanted to be busy. I wanted to be doing things that made me happy. I remembered how those things made me feel, and I bottled that so that when things get hard and life is going to happen, that you have something to fall back on. If you see behind me, I have my, when I started my journey, I had to do a I am little task here. And I would like for you to try it at some point. And you just list the things that you are. Mine says, I am beautiful, determined, a dancing spirit, music lover, a divine spirit, a goddess. I'm healing from the inside. I'm complete with batteries included. I'm whole. I am enough. I'm a divine woman. I am love. I am joyful. I am a woman enjoying all that the universe has for me. I am delightful. I am healthy. I am a phenomenal woman. And you are who you are, in complete divine. So, like I said, I just want to jump on and talk you through this journal. Every 3 months, 3, 6, 9, and then a year. You have a whole year. I know you're with Coach Andre for a few weeks, but continue on with the journal. Continue your healing. Ask yourself the questions. What makes you happy? Do the self-esteem exercises. Make sure you keep up with your reflections, so that you can go back at the end of the year, at year 1, here at the end. It asks you all those kind of questions. What goals are you moving forward? what goals are, what are your goals moving forward? After being on this journey for a year, what advice would you give your old self? Yeah, you know, people ask that all the time. So those are those kind of questions that I would like for you to address. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. My email address is fabulouslyfitfitness@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on my website, fabulouslyfitfitness.com. All that information is right here on the inside of your book, my website, so that you can get to me there. Or reach out to Andre or Kim, and they can get you in contact with me. I won't take up any more of your time. Good luck. I wish you the best. Good night.